Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going to play action.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays, try and go to those spots, and get drive time.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games and have done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Swift going to try up the middle. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. They run out of the gun with Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Cowboys much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. The coaches always say when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
Corral. He finds his man complete. That's Shaw. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A first down throw here for Corral. Over the middle, complete. It's Shaw. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Holding offense.
Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Back to throw, Corral. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He'll get it inside the 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 15-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 7. So that drive goes 8 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get off the ball.
7-7, our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. The Cowboys are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
Prescott on 1st down. That is caught by Lamb. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have moved out in front. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Fields it right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Matt Corral in this offense back to the field now. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
To throw again on 2nd down. Corral looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shaw. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Call that a 48-yard punt and made even better by a loss on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's airing it out for Williams. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Back to throw, Corral. That's Gallup on the slant. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batting down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've got to run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Bunker is on target. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Prescott to throw it. And he slings one that's incomplete. Anthony Schwartz, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott yet again. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On first down, it's Corral. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. Stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Looking to throw again on second down. Corral working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake. Here's Corral. And he finds Corey Davis. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Final play of the half, Prescott. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jamison Williams as time expires in the first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be first and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. Now, a little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offense.
No break needed. Let's get back to it. Week 3, here we go with quarter 3. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Cowboys to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards that time.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Prescott now. He rifles one that's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Corral with it on first down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack. Another try after the first down sack. Corral, and that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, here's Corral. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Prescott. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Josh Allen from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And Detroit getting set to go now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. On 2nd and 15 now. Corral. He finds his man, complete. That's Shaw. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
From the sideline and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
4th down, here's Corral. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. 1st down, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. Touchdown! CeeDee Lamb. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Here's Corral on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. A tackle almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
That incompletion brings us 1 step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Here's Corral. Buying time to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
4th down, desperation time. Here's Corral. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Now a give here to Pollard. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from walking down.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Cowboys up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful. And that strength was on display there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. On On first down, Corral. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Throwing again on second down. Corral, he finds his man, complete. It's Shaw, and he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the...
Corral is intercepted again. That's number 3. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Marr now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And it's fielded at the 34. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers. He brings out this offense. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. First down. Here's Corral with it. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing here, Prescott. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw is Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Dallas, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they too will exit with a 2-1 record. And they'll try to turn it around next week as they head to Atlanta for a matchup with the Falcons.